I'm going to be real with you guys. I am so tired.
The guy's good. Who is he? I don't know.
He's good.
What did I tell you?
He is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's kind of funny.
Both were in heavy rotation.
Oh, it is my pleasure to introduce to you a very funny man.
Jasper!
Jasper, what are you doing?
Jasper, you idiot! How dare you go in there?
But we don't.
All right, we're back with another episode of the weekly rotation. I decided this time to not make it look like I was being held hostage while recording a podcast episode. So I fixed the lighting, got some posters, got the nice Spider-Man comic. Then we got a beautiful, magnificent T-Rex. And then right above me, first off, who says men can't decorate? Look at this. If I sit like this, looks like I got money on my mind. That's what I'm always thinking about. That's how I'm going into this new year so far. Just boom. I'm trying to stack that. I'm going to keep that there. I'm not even going to spend that. I'm just going to keep it there because I can. I've had a pretty busy week. I watched a lot of movies. Watched a lot of shows. That's mostly what I do in my free time. And before I begin, shout out to the 4 people who are listening to this or watching this. I appreciate you. But I watch these movies for you, so I could tell you about them, so you don't have to waste money to go see them. And I'll make sure to say the title before I get into like maybe spoiling a little bit of these movies. But I'm pretty much going to give a rundown of what I thought about these movies. Starting off, I finished the last season of Queer Eye, and it's the last season that they're going to do, like forever. And I'm pretty upset about that because that show has such a good healing factor about it. Like, I feel like watching that show makes me a better person in a non-gay way, because if you don't know what Queer Eye is, it's about these 5 gay men that all specialize in something different, and they go into these people in like people's homes and they extreme home makeover them. Like, they give them new clothes, they teach them new recipes, they redo their whole house, and they set them up. Like, there are some people who are trying to start businesses and they're too scared to, or they don't want to save the money. They come in, they're like, all right, here's what you do. Here's what you need to do to start your business. We went ahead and started it for you. Congratulations. And like Netflix, like the last episode, Netflix paid for this college kid to get all his college stuff from IKEA. And that's the dream, dude. A Netflix credit card handed to me, followed by, go get whatever you want. Man, every stuffed animal in that place is in my buggy. I'm leaving that place with the softest things that they have. I'm getting things that I don't even need. I'll probably leave with like 8 spatulas. I'm getting multiples of everything just in case. Just in case. I'm going to have like 20 pillows on my bed like a white woman. But that show ended. I'm pretty upset about it. Because like I said, it's a huge serotonin boost. It's emotional and it's a really good show. So if you've never watched Queer Eye and you need like a morality boost, that's the show for you. Either that or Ted Lasso. Could not recommend Ted Lasso more than I do to everybody. But starting off with movies, I watched pretty much every movie that everybody wants to see or that has been out. Even Korean drama movies like, what was that? What was it? It was called No Other Choice, with the guy who's the game master from Squid Games. That movie's crazy. That movie's about a guy in like Korea that has a specific job that only like 5 or 7 people can work in the whole country. And so instead of trying to be better than them, he plans to kill them like individually. And so it's a crazy movie. That movie won a lot of awards, and that's why I watched it. and it's pretty damn good. It's kind of boring, I will say that. Like I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Cause it's not like as good as Everything Everywhere All at Once, or Parasite, or even Train to Busan. It doesn't come close to that level of cinema. But I mean, it's good. It's an entertaining watch. It's got the same pace as Parasite does, but the drops aren't as hard as Parasite is. Because that drop at the end of Parasite, if you've seen that movie Parasite, that drop is insane. That twist, I don't think anybody saw that coming. I watched the highly anticipated Marty Supreme. That movie was good. It was really intense of a movie, and when it was over, when it ended, I was like, that's it. Like I felt like there was really no story to it. It was like scene after scene after scene of crazy thing happening. But I feel like they just paid Timothée Chalamet to be like, hey, be a conceited dick. People are going to love it. And maybe that's why Timothée Chalamet doubled down on like all the marketing for it, because in that movie, that's all that is him being so obsessed with himself. And like, it's a good movie. And the girl that's in it, Odessa Zion, I have never seen her before watching that movie. And now I see her in everything, everywhere. She's all on my timeline. She's pretty, I get it, but she kind of looks like a Disney character. Not like a Disney character, but like, you know, growing up, you had those Disney girls on the TV that were cartoons that you kind of like, you know what I'm talking about. But she just doesn't look real. That's the whole thing about her. She just doesn't look real. It's hard to accept people that don't look real. But Marty Supreme was good. I probably wouldn't watch it again. It's like if Uncut Gems and I don't even know what to mix that with. It's like Timothée Chalamet's Uncut Gems is what I would say. He's kind of annoying in that movie, and that's how I felt about Uncut Gems. Like Adam Sandler was pretty annoying to me. But it was still a good movie, still good writing. And Josh Safdie, the guy who directed it, he's on a historic role right now. He's just making any movie he wants. And hats off to him, because that's impressive. I watched the movie Primate. If you don't know about that movie, it's about a chimpanzee, like a domesticated chimpanzee, that goes on a murderous spree, like an intense killing spree. And that movie, if you can make it past the first 10 minutes, you're in there. You're in the pocket, because that's when the movie gets good. Because within the first 20 minutes, my wife looked at me and she was like, is this a Lifetime movie? Because the acting was absolutely horrific. But after they had to stop for a minute on the acting and try to just survive a rabid chimpanzee, it gets good. And there were so many times where I had to watch the movie through my eyes, and I wouldn't even watch it through my eyes. I would cover my eyes, and I wish I had more hands to cover my ears because the sounds were disgusting. Hats off to the people who made that movie. They took a cool, true story and made it very entertaining to watch. Because the monkey in that movie, like the chimpanzee, that dude's hilarious. Why'd they let this man be so funny? He was laughing at everybody he was killing, like playing with them. It was crazy. That movie was awesome. Another movie I watched this week was Instant Family. That was a highly anticipated movie for me because I'm a huge Brandon Fraser fan. Since growing up, I mean, George of the Jungle, Monkey Bone, I'm in there. So I wanted to, and I'm glad he had his big comeback, and so I wanted to see him. He was amazing in The Whale. So I watched Instant Family, which is kind of another Asian drama. It's about a gigantic Caucasian man living in Tokyo, Japan, that wants to be an actor, but ends up taking a gig acting as like friends of people or family members. And it's like a movie that's supposed to tug at your heartstrings, and it does. That movie had me tearing up a good bit. I'd give that movie probably like an 8 out of 10. Marty Supreme, I'd say like a 7 out of 10. Primate, I'll probably give that a 9 out of 10 because I've recommended it to a good bit of people. And I would watch it again if someone wanted to watch it. But that's not all the movies I watched this week. I also watched 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. And for the people who have listened to previous episodes of this, I'm a huge 28 days, months, or weeks, whatever, which one they did for the second one. I'm a huge zombie fan in general. So I love the 28 Later movies. And so the last time 28 Years Later came out, highly disappointed. Highly disappointed because I wanted to know why there were so many up close shots of zombie dicks. And then there's a scene where a zombie legit just gives birth while standing up. I feel like things like that don't have to be in the movie. Like, we don't have to see all of that. Especially the zoomed in the dick shots of zombies. There were way too many. I understand making like a flash of like, hey, yeah, they're naked, cool. We're going to do top above. We're going to do that angle from there on. We understand that they're naked. But it's so many shots. And I was disappointed because the ending was so different than how the movie even opened up. My main complaint for that movie is it felt like two different people directed each half of it. Like the first half, you're like, hell yeah, dude, this movie's going to be great. Then the second half, you're like, where did this come from? Like, what is happening? Why are they doing this? And I mean, after watching 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, a lot of the first movie stuff makes sense. Makes sense why they were naked. They're building a story to it. It makes sense on the ending. Like, it was all right. If you want to see a zombie movie where a guy gives a zombie ibuprofen and it starts to regain or de-zombify, have at it. Because that's the whole movie. And I will say, the villain in the movie, the guy who plays Jimmy, I didn't know this till after the movie. He's the same guy who plays the main vampire from Sinners. And dude, all I gotta say is we're back on the villain acting. We have a new villain actor that I want to see in more things. Because even in 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, I loved watching that guy act. There's just something about him and his delivery that is so phenomenal behind the camera. And I hope one day we see him as like a Marvel villain. And I'll be very curious to see what it is. Or even a DC villain. That would be amazing. But yeah, those are all the movies I watched this week. I haven't played any video games. I've just been watching TV. I don't know why, but I'm not unhappy with it. I'm happy with it. I've caught up on all the movies I wanted to see, and there's still some movies. And there is still some movies I have on my list that I'm probably going to watch after I get off the camera. But, like I said, I haven't played any video games, but I know Arc Raiders is killing it right now. I saw an article about how they're wanting to make Speranza a walkable hub for people to meet each other and play with each other and like do missions with each other. They also released the roadmap today for the next few months, which will include like new DLC, new trader packs, new weather conditions, all kinds of stuff. And dude, round of applause for Embark Studios for really killing it with Arc Raiders. All right, that's enough. But they deserve it. They really do, because this game is killing every other AAA game, and I love it. I won't stop playing it. I haven't played any other game but Arc Raiders. I'm addicted to it. But that's all the news I have on that. I haven't played. I'm definitely going to be playing tonight and streaming while playing. I do have a few thoughts that I written down. Mainly this one, I wanted to just record a quick episode because it's been a busy week, dude. I had a bad week at work. We're so shorthanded at work that I'm having to do so much. Usually in my position, I don't have to like do hard posts, like sit at a door and greet people as a security guard. But we're so shorthanded, I've had to cover down, and I'm doing like 5 hours of standing still and greeting people at the door every night this week, on top of pulling a like 500-pound cage on wheels filled with money across the floor. I did that 4 times. It's been a rough one. Like, I am sore. I haven't slept since yesterday. That's one reason why I'm so tired doing this. And I really didn't want to procrastinate doing an episode on this because I want to stay true to doing it every week. I want to stay delivering some kind of content that I can put on YouTube or have something that people who don't know me that well can listen to and be like, all right, I like Jasper. But I've been getting really into graffiti. I've been graffitiing at work. I've just been doing my name and some words. I did one for the weekly rotation and someone at work saw it. It was like, yo, that's cold. I was like, yeah, it's for my podcast. I might make it a logo or something. But it's been a rough week at work. I'm tired. I haven't had time to really write down any topics for this week. But one of the things that's been on my mind, this is a joke that I'm working on. This is the only one I got for this week. How do you expect me to let somebody that is bald cut my hair? Obviously, they don't know what they're doing. So why should I trust them with mine? Somebody let me know. Let me know if I'm crazy. Like, I know sometimes being bald is a choice, but why? If you can, grow your hair out. It's beautiful. Embrace it. Even if you have a bad hairline. Like, I know one guy, Jason Fifi, amazing comedian and musician artist. He rocks it, dude. He's got a mullet with no, you know how it says business in the front, party in the back? He has no business in the front, but he's got a fucking crazy party in the back. Embrace your hair. But like, how am I supposed to trust someone who's bald with my hair? Next thing you know, I'm going to zone out and all my hair is going to be gone. And also, I don't trust people to cut my hair. My hair is growing so long right now because every time I get a haircut, they fuck my shit up. Every time. I end up looking goofy. Like I just came out of a military cocoon. They fuck my shit up. The last haircut I got, they gave me a chin strap. I said, yo, I just want you to like tighten up, like straighten up my beard. They cut it so short. It made, dude, my beard, the way they cut it, I look like I rode motorcycles with flip-flops in jeans, in no helmet. A cowboy hat instead of a helmet. Like, I looked ridiculous, so I just shaved my fucking facial hair off. My hair looked like I was being deployed to fucking Afghanistan. I don't know why they did that. I just don't trust anybody with my hair. I don't. But I definitely won't trust someone bald. Cannot trust them. But I honestly might shave my head soon. It's getting cold. I'm a man. I'm depressed. You know what that means. Every depressed man, when it gets cold, turns into 11 from Stranger Things. Or Eminem from 8 Mile. I will say, this weekend, we do have UFC fights. We have Sean O'Malley versus Yadong. I think that's the name. Yadong Song or something like that. It's an Asian guy. That dude's muscular as hell. Sugar Sean. I love Sugar Sean, but I think he's starting to lose fights so he can win money on like Prize Picks. Because Prize Picks is rigged. Hear me out. They're not a sponsor. Maybe they will one day. They'll look back at this and be mad at me. But who cares? I think you guys are rigged. But the main card on that is Justin Gaethje versus Patty Pimblett. My prediction, I think Gaethje's going to knock him out. I think Gaethje's going to humble Patty. And I think not step by step, I think that Patty's going to try to wrestle and submit Gaethje on the ground with like an ankle pick or something, and it's not going to happen. I think Gaethje's going to throw a kick at Patty. Patty's going to catch it, and then Gaethje's going to fucking do what Showtime Gaethje does and knock him out in a glorious way, get that belt, and do a backflip. And I'm a Patty Pimblett fan, but I think Gaethje's I think he's reaching it right now. I think he's tired of losing, and he's the Showtime dog. Let him bark. But that's my prediction. I gotta go. This is a quick episode, but I'm glad I did one. It woke me up a little bit. I'm very tired. And tonight I am actually going to be getting out of the house. I'm going to be going to my high school, like childhood, lifelong best friend's house. I haven't talked to him in 5 years. And we're going to go hang out, and I'm going to meet his daughter and his other daughter for the first time. And they're going to see my daughter for the first time in 5 years. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous because it's been a long time, but I have a feeling that it's something I need to reconnect with something in my past, like my best friend, someone who really knew me growing up. Because I feel like every year we grow up, we get closer and closer to wanting to be a child again, or remembering the things that made us happy when we were a child. And like having my best friend as much in my life, that's important. I need someone like that. But like I said, I'm nervous, but I think it's going to go well. I'm going to see my buddy Sam, hopefully get some venison meat. I'm going to be grilling out some venison meat, make some venison spaghetti, some venison sloppy joe, hamburger helper. Dude, I'm going to put that shit in everything. I'm going to be Gordon Ramsay cooking that shit. But yeah, I'm excited for that tonight. So wish me luck, guys. If you were listening to this, thank you. I appreciate you. Please leave a like. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Sounds cringy saying that. And if you want to comment something, comment. I'm here. Thank you guys for watching. I love you.
The guy's good. Who is he? I don't know.
He's good.
What did I tell you?
He is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's kind of funny.
Both were in heavy rotation.
Oh, it is my pleasure to introduce to you a very funny man.
Jasper!
Jasper, what are you doing?
Jasper, you idiot! How dare you go in there?
But we don't.
Welcome back to my town!